Hey everyone, it's your girl Livia, vlogging live from the most amazing city in the world, Pompeii. The date is the 24th of August in the year 79. What a beautiful day it is. The sun is shining so brightly on our cobblestone streets. I just picked up some fresh bread from Pistrinum, the bakery down the lane. The smell is absolutely divine. I wish you could smell it through this scroll cam. My father is already at the forum, talking business with his merchant friends. My mother is in the garden, tending to her precious figs and herbs. Life here is so full of energy and noise. It's a wonderful place to live. I can't imagine being anywhere else in the entire Roman Empire. Today, I plan to show you all around my neighborhood. First, a stop at the market is essential. We need olives, cheese, and maybe some spiced wine for tonight's dinner party. My best friend Julia is meeting me there. She always knows where to find the sweetest melons. We will walk past the grand amphitheater. It is always buzzing with people getting ready for the next gladiator games. The walls are covered in graffiti and posters. Someone has drawn a caricature of one of the politicians, which is quite funny. The sounds of hammers and chisels echo from the new buildings going up. Pompeii is a city that is always growing, always changing. After the market, we might go to the public baths. The baths are the best place to catch up on all the local gossip. It is where everyone goes to relax and chat. You can sit in the hot water of the caldarium until you feel your worries melt away. Then you can take a brave plunge into the cold frigidarium pool. It really wakes you up. Julia and I love to talk about everything. We talk about boys, about the latest fashions from Rome, and about our dreams for the future. She wants to marry a wealthy senator. I just want to keep exploring and sharing stories of my city with all of you. Life feels so simple and perfect right now. My little brother Marcus is chasing chickens in our courtyard. The household gods, our lairs, are watching over us from their little shrine. We have offered them incense this morning, just like every other day. It feels like a day like any other day. A warm, lazy summer afternoon is stretching out before us. There is nothing to worry about. The gods are happy, the food is plentiful, and my family is safe. I am so lucky to call this beautiful, chaotic, wonderful place my home. I hope it stays this way forever. Something strange has just happened. As Julia and I were leaving the market, the ground began to shake. It was not a big shake, just a little tremor. We get them from time to time here. No one seemed too worried. An old man selling pottery just sighed and straightened his pots on the shelf. But this one felt different. It was a low, deep rumble that seemed to come from the heart of the earth. We paused for a moment, looking at each other with wide eyes. A few birds suddenly flew up from the rooftops, squawking loudly as they scattered across the sky. The air felt heavy and still. We decided to hurry home. As we walked, I looked up at Mount Vesuvius. Our great mountain always stands watch over the city. It is usually so peaceful, covered in green vineyards and trees. But today, a strange cloud was gathering at its peak. It was not a normal rain cloud. This cloud was a strange, dirty, grey-brown color, and it was growing bigger and bigger with every passing minute. It looked like a giant pine tree, with a thick trunk rising high into the sky, and then spreading out into a massive, dark canopy that began to block out the sun. The world started to get darker. Panic is starting to set in now. People are stopping in the streets, pointing up at the sky. The usual cheerful noise of the city has been replaced by a nervous murmur. I can hear people asking what it is. Is it a bad omen from the gods? My heart is beating very fast. I grabbed Julia's hand and we started to run. The air is getting thick with a fine, gritty dust. It tastes like ash on my tongue and makes my eyes sting. The beautiful blue sky from this morning has disappeared completely. It is now a terrifying shade of dark gray. We made it back to my house. My mother was frantically calling for my father. Marcus is crying in the corner, holding onto her tunic. The sky outside my window is almost black, even though it should be the middle of the afternoon. A strange, hissing sound is coming from the direction of the mountain. It is a sound I have never heard before. It sounds angry. It sounds hungry. The little tremors have not stopped. They are coming more frequently now, rattling the shutters and making the oil lamps flicker. I am scared. I am really, truly scared. What is happening to our world? The mountain just roared. It was not a rumble anymore. It was a deafening explosion that shook the entire house. It felt like the world was being torn apart. I screamed and covered my ears. The sound was so loud it hurt. Through the window, I saw a terrifying flash of light from the top of Vesuvius. Then, the real horror began. Small light stones started to fall from the sky. They are called pumice stones. They are gray and full of holes, but they are falling like a thick, endless rain. They are tapping against the roof and the windows. The sound is relentless. It is the sound of our city being buried. My father finally made it home. His face was pale and covered in dust. He shouted for us to get downstairs, to the strongest part of the house. The pumice stones are getting bigger now. I can hear them thudding against the roof tiles, breaking them. I am worried the roof will collapse. The air is so thick with ash it is hard to breathe. We have wet cloths to cover our mouths, but it doesn't help much. Every breath is a struggle. It feels like I am breathing in fire and dust. The darkness is total. It is a nightmare we cannot wake up from. We can hear screams from the streets outside. People are running, trying to escape. But where can they go? The stones are falling everywhere. The city we knew this morning is gone. It is being erased from the world under a blanket of grey death. I think of Julia. Did she make it home to her family? I pray to the gods that she is safe, but the gods feel very far away right now. Did we do something to make them so angry? Why are they punishing us like this? My father is trying to be brave for us, but I can see the fear in his eyes. We are all trapped. The weight on the roof is getting heavier. I can hear the wooden beams groaning under the strain. A loud crack echoes from the room above. A part of the ceiling has fallen in. We are huddled together in the dark. My mother is holding Marcus so tightly, whispering prayers to him. I am holding this scroll cam, this diary, because I don't know what else to do. I need to record this. I need someone to know what happened here. The noise, the shaking, the darkness. It is endless. Is this the end of the world? Is this how it all ends for us? I don't know how much time has passed. It feels like an eternity. The falling stones have not stopped. The house is groaning around us. I think it will fall soon. I can feel the heat now. A wave of intense burning air that came rushing through the streets. It is getting harder and harder to breathe. My hope is starting to fade. I don't think we are going to get out of here. We are trapped in our beautiful home, which has now become our tomb. I am writing this in the faint light of a single oil lamp that is still burning. Its small flame is our only light in this endless darkness. I keep thinking about this morning. I was so happy. I was thinking about bread and markets and friends. I was worried about such small, silly things. Now, all I want is one more sunrise. I want to see the blue sky again. I want to hug my father and mother. I want to laugh with Julia one last time. All the things I took for granted. A breath of fresh air, a sip of cool water, the sight of the sun. They are the only things that matter now. All the gold in the forum, all the grand villas. None of it means anything when the mountain is trying to swallow you whole. If someone finds this, thousands of years from now, I want you to know who we were. We were not just statues frozen in ash. We were people who lived and loved and laughed. We were mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, friends and lovers. We had dreams, we had arguments. We baked bread and drank wine. We complained about the heat. We celebrated festivals. We lived full, vibrant lives in this city. Please, do not just remember the disaster. Remember the life that came before it. Remember the people of Pompeii. This is my final entry. The air is too hot now. The shaking is worse. I can hear the final collapse of our home beginning. I will hold my family close. We will face this together. My name is Livia. I lived in Pompeii. And I want the world to remember us, remember our beautiful city. Remember our lives. Do not let the ash and the darkness be our only legacy. Remember the light we lived in. Remember the sun that shone on Pompeii. Remember us.